Well, I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says hi. Then I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids are going off to school. Goodbye. Then she reaches out and takes my hand and squeezes it and says, how you feeling, hon? And I look across that smiling lips that warm my heart and see my morning sun. And if that's not loving me, then all I got to say, God didn't make little green apples, and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. There's no such thing as Dr. Seuss, Disneyland, the Mother Goose, there's no nursery rhyme. God didn't make the little green apples, and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. And when myself is feeling low, I think about her face aglow, and it eases my mind. Sometimes I call her up at home. Oh, I know she's busy, and I ask if she can get away and meet me for a bite to eat. And I know she drops what she's doing and hurries down to meet me, and I'm always late, but she sits there waiting patiently, smiles when she sees me, she's made that way.
All right. Happy Friday night. BJ Thomas, featured artist tonight, has one mega hit that's about to drop late 1960s. He's already had one big hit this year. This is off the 1969 album. Same name as the big hit. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. That's the name of the album. What's this though?
There's no such thing as Dr. Seuss, Disneyland, no Mother Goose, no nursery rhyme. God didn't make the little green apples, it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summer.
All right, anybody out there in the Tadlands? This thing is jumping off. All right, well, just me and you, Dan. Oh well. Dr. Froth is here, so we good. All right. Cardinals had a good game versus Atlanta. I don't remember if it was. I don't want to look at the website because sometimes these guys be loading states, so I don't want to see what happened. Don't look at the website. I don't trust these guys. But they had a close game, and Cardinals were up late. DPS had a drive in the fourth quarter to win it. That's how I remember it. But I guess Aeneas has a little something here, which is dope cornerbacks and an offense that you just can't sleep on. So we'll see. He's gonna have to take all his. He's gonna have to take his best game to beat these Falcons, but you never know. These guys did a good job of not spoiling it to this point. I have no idea what happens. A lot of weird stuff happened after this game that kind of makes me think that has me very confused. Sometimes I start thinking about the behavior of the guys after the game and trying to decide if it influences who might have won, the perception of who might have won, or what. Try not to think about that too much. I want to be surprised by these games. So, anyway, let's just get into it. Slow, respectful fade for our guy BJ Thomas here. We'll hear more from him. All right. Now it's on to the second to last quarterfinal game. It is the Cardinals at the number 1 overall seed Atlanta Falcons. Switch these. I like the right side is my go-to drink. Had some backup water over there. All right, so Falcons. Of course, DPS just making things happen with crappy offenses all the time. He's got a good running back. Well, he's only 44 max speed, but he had a ton of yards this year. He just is very unstoppable. The passing game is elite. He's just very good with pass 4. Earl Morrell. It's good, about as good a quarterback as DPS has had in Tad. He had Johnny Unitas last year, though. That was a little bit better. And then, I mean, receivers that are just kind of there. Makes it happen, though. This Cardinals D is pretty solid. They have some middling linebackers, but they're not terrible. Ken Riley and Cornell Green, Spider Lockhart, that's 3 big-time DBs in the mix. Penetration from Larry Cole. Yeah, the D-line's pretty good, too. Dumps it off for Farr. So that's a tough little first down right there from your guy, DPS. Dumps it off to Farr. Now here comes, this is kind of the money play. Just a lot of blocking in the mix, and then when the drones don't come up big, pretty easy to get yards. That's kind of been the money play for DPS in general. Now here comes this action right at Riley. So if Riley's your go-to guy, he's going to come at you with this play now. And it's just very tough to stop. Mel Farr had a pretty massive season running for the Falcons. Going right back to the shotgun. And Morrell's kind of getting a little close. This guy's not really doing much. Jukes gets the first. There was a guy kind of lurking there, but he didn't really get involved. Might have been helpful. Play pick. Farr gets out of bounds. 2nd and 15. And we're going to the sweep here. See if the Cards drones can step up in a big way. Okay, yep. See, he's got good drones. Some guys that can make an impact. He's got Lockhart, and even really Jerry Logan is pretty elite at strong safety. So all 4 of them are pretty tough. It's a tough defense to get yards versus DPS trying to get crazy with the cheese whiz here. It actually works out. Great job. And he gets close to a first down. It's 4th and 2. Just an amazing run right there. Looked like nothing was going, but it was 3rd and long, so he got crazy with the cheese whiz now. Oh, we got a chance. It's a wild diver on 4th down. Aeneas just trying something. And he comes up with a crazy stop. So the Cardinals turn him over on 4th down. Now Joe Namath has a chance to operate here. He's got the banana sack in the flat. There was some big-time penetration there from the Falcons. So maybe John Elliott, Jim Marshall are some guys that could be in the mix today. Play pick, but he times it. DPS had the timing too. It looked like actually he was a little bit behind the play, but he ends up getting the diving or the jumping stop somehow. Okay, now all set up here for Namath, but he didn't exactly. That was a little shaky's pizza right there, but he got it. First down. Cardinals keep the chains moving. Namath has, look at that, he's got major penetration. He tries to Banzak again, but DPS all over it. Man, look out. Jailbreak City. Elliott and Marshall just collapsing the right side of the offensive line. And we're just going to go out of bounds. Emerson Boozer sets up a 3rd and 18. This drive is looking like Shakey's Pizza. But here we go. 3rd down. Might have a chance to hoist it or even dump it off and maybe even get 18 yards that way. He's going deep for McNeil. Can Moore get back there? Yes, he can, and so can the other guy in the mix. And now Aeneas was debating going for it there, perhaps. I think a dump off could have got the 18 yards. Maybe. But McNeil, who knows? That could have worked too. Double. Oh, this is what happens when you're at the NSV. I will second guess you, but just know that I don't really know. I'm just making some evaluations. Here we go. Second quarter is underway, and Ralph Heck, give him heck. He's in good condition. Offensively, Howard Twilley's in good for Atlanta. Morrill trying to operate to Twilley. Oh, he gets a big diver. Not exactly. That didn't. I thought maybe that might be overthrown and Spider might catch it, but Twilley in good condition. He's got a little more speed. Gets there. And Farr gets contained. Only a 7-yard gain. This running game is very tough to stop. Especially this play. Oh, puts it on the deck and then what was Aeneas doing there? He dived and crushed Farr again. That was kind of crazy. I don't even know if he meant to do that or what. But the one Falcon guy in the mix got it. So there's a little horseshoe factor in play right there for DPS. Aeneas playing pretty tough defense here, not allowing a lot of extra yards. Now we got up the gut action. The Cardinals are going to be a problem versus that play. They're just swarming. They're flying. I think he might have picked a run right there, too. Gives him a little extra juice. When you pick the right play, a lot of times you get a little extra gas from your defender. Now we got major juke sauce from DPS. He had been going up, or I don't know if he had been going up or not, but he faked like he was going up, and then somehow there was a big window down. I mean, these are steady yards, but they're tough yards. DPS is earning them with good running. Cardinals are making it tough, and then we got a play pick. So getting some play picks in the mix. Aeneas has had a lot of play picks versus Buffalo versus me. That made things very difficult. This is a tough defense to go up again. Now we got another play pick, and now we got a sack. Jim Dunaway takes him down right away. Didn't even get a chance to go timing pattern. I don't even know if he wanted to throw it there. He might have been concerned about a jump pick. I don't think so. I don't think Riley can do it. He's only got 2 notches on Morrill. So it's going to be a kick, and there's no penetration. Garrow has time to line it up, and he makes it work. Hits it through, and Atlanta's got the first score of the game. A little bit of time for Namath to operate here, potentially. Yeah, I mean, this offense isn't that good on paper, but just DPS is just very good. It's very difficult. He almost never drafts any offense because he gets plenty of points. He doesn't really get any superstars on offense. He goes hard on defense, and that was very much the factor this year. He's got great players. He's got Chuck Howley at linebacker. He's got Willie Wood at free safety. Jim Marshall at defensive end. Al Beauchamp has been a standout at the other linebacker position, bottom linebacker spot. And he's got to try for McNeil. I think DPS read it perfectly again, but he catches it anyway. That's the Namath factor. Serves it up. Spicy. Clifton McNeil makes a CC in your eye hole. Now we got play action. That guy's open, fam. Let it rip. And look at this. Don Maynard gets behind the defense. Aeneas smartly does not get involved with the taps. Let's see if we can get a field goal here at least. But a touchdown is in play. Namath operating from the gun. That guy's open. But penetration from the backside. Elliott can't get away. Not sure what his dope option was there, but he couldn't get away from Elliott. Namath down. Warwick with the tackle. All right, 3rd and 22. We'd love to get an easier kick for Baker, but also maybe worth a look to Hoist. He's got banana sack. out in the flat, but he drops it. All right, big field goal here for Aeneas. If he can get this, he'll be feeling real good going into halftime. Easier said than done. Uh-oh. Debacle. The arrow went away. Oh! Wow, he took his time lining that up. Marshall came in hot. I could have swore that the arrow disappeared, which was, I don't know. It just seemed like that was going to be a miss. He made it. So it's 3-3. Aeneas hanging in there. Good half. Oh, 1 second to go. All right. All right. All right. Let's not. I almost said good half. I might try punt strat here. I would absolutely punt strat the hell out of this. Although he's got a 50 max speed receiver Twilly. And he's got a 44 pass speed quarterback with 6 MS. Just unload. I would go punt strat here all day. I didn't even see who he put in. This is from the 7-yard. You can't do it. Can't get there. Debacle. And that was actually a win for DPS that he got his play pick there. I know DPS probably would have figured out a way to not to screw up like most people do. But still, I think that was the best possible outcome right there. Chances are you're going to screw up. Just a bad idea. Bad idea genes. All right, here we go. Quarter number 3 is underway. Let's check the condition. Oh, Aeneas got a little something going here with running back Essex Johnson, who is kind of just a valuable depth piece that he hasn't really utilized that much. Hasn't really had that many opportunities, I don't think. Maybe today's his day in the playoffs versus the great DPS. I don't think Aeneas is really intimidated by DPS. What's up, Cavalks, with the cocktails over here? Hope you're having a good Friday night, my guy. I got a little something, something. I am rapidly making it disappear. Happy weekend. Okay, dry August. Good luck, fam. But enjoy. Enjoy the action regardless. There's a diver. Okay, Maynard is kind of operating. Maynard was... I was meant to say Namath is operating, but Maynard is just one of the elite receivers in Tecmo After Dark. And... he's got it to the midfield here. Let's see if he can get the running game going. Here comes Essex Johnson. Just not a lot of space. The Beauchamp strat. Seems to have that play under wraps. At least on that one it did. Beauchamp's in good. Then we got this stuff. It's diver. Just the automatic diver debacle there. So that's tough. And he's going to go to pass 2. It's picked. It's picked. Punt strat from midfield. I think this is a good call. Especially against it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is unfortunate right there. Yeah, tough to... he's trying to line up the punt perfect, and he got sacked. Took that big... that's a tough one. That's a tough. That is that's a TSN turning point right there. Let's see if somehow the Cardinals can rally after that. Yeah, no, that happens. I think that was John Elliott or Chuck Howley who just got in there super fast. I think it must have been Chuck Howley. He got in there so fast, and Elliott's in bad. He's kind of an oaf. All right, 3rd and 3. Big chance here for the Cardinals to swing the momentum back their way if they can get something. I could tell that he didn't get this play pick just for the way he was going about picking his dude right there. But the Cardinals drone stepping up in a big way. Only a 4-yard gain. This NSV wasn't certified worth shit. I'll tell you the story about that after the game. Uh-oh. Green gets handled. So far as grinding out yards. The Cardinals making life real difficult, just like they did against Buffalo. Going to pass 4, a money play. Got lots of options here. Oh, and he frickin' Aeneas did a good job there. But Twilly caught it in Riley's face. And then the taps, always a factor for DPS. Gets in the end zone. That's just a tough sequence. This is going to be tough for Aeneas to kind of collect himself after that. Block punt and just a very, you know, good defense, better offense. Falcons get the ball in the end zone. Joe Namath in the spot. Let's see what he can do. Tap test.nes. Alright, so this play is still out here as an option, but blocked. That's unfortunate. So all his plays with that formation, which he's got 4 of them. 3 of them are two of them are in the total trash heap, and then one of them is probably not very good. But this one's still out here. Can he get? Oh my gosh, I thought he was gonna blow it there. Going deep for McNeil. McNeil's been a factor. McNeil, a jumper. Namath is just, he's hanging. Namath is one of the all-timers. How did he get away from the safety? That was crazy. Namath just coming up big in big moments all the time here. Nobody's open. McNeil, he's just gonna try him. McNeil, one-on-one. That's a good look versus Joe Beauchamp, who sucks. Or yeah, it's a great look right there. Oh, now we got some boppage. That guy's open. And a diver. Essex Johnson, he can't get away. He had definitely a path to the end zone there. He does get the first down. First and goal from the 8. Man, Cardinals hanging in there. But man, they really needed, that was the moment right there. He had it set up. Essex Johnson with tons of speed. You'd think he'd be able to juke some guys out and get in the end zone. Couldn't do it. Now let's see if it backfires big time, or if Namath's able to make something happen. Johnson's down to good. Maynard is in good. Lots of guys in the mix for Falcons defense, good and bad. So he's leaving Essex in there, and he gives it to Essex. Essex might have something here. He gets a few yards. He's down to 3rd and 3. There's gonna be some Steve Tensey moments here. Some big Steve Tensey moments here. Here we go, 3rd and 3. Okay. Nobody's open. You gotta unload it. Now it's 4th down and a shit ton. Total disaster right there. You had Maynard or somebody, just throw it. Just hope someone makes this cover catch. DPS gets to stop. 4th and 12. Minor debacle here. But he's got time. And he goes to McNeil. McNeil is double covered. And that's a stop for the Falcons D. Man. DPS is hanging on by a shoestring here, but now we got the play pick. See if the Cards D can freaking come up with some hugeness. Ralph Heck is an excellent. Ken Riley's in good. DPS gonna have to earn this one. These guys are coming in hot. That ball is caught. And then it's a little bit of ghost hat action. It's big yardage for the Falcons. Howard Twilley stepping up in a major way. Aeneas with some menu tap action, understandable. Penetration! Oh my goodness. Tight end is open, fam. TPS wisely. Dumps it off to Twilley. Gets a first down across midfield. Falcons almost in Garrow Yepremian range to seal the deal on this one. Going back to the pass. Look at the penetration. These guys are everywhere. Look at this. These guys are feisty. Memorial just goes out of bounds. He got crushed anyway. He said, I'm out of here. Cardinals D, bringing the ruckus. Oh, Riley went on a mission. On a kamikaze mission there. You almost got total tap debacle there. Alright, DPS, let's see if he can execute. Needs... Oh, he had the burner route, but he didn't have enough burnination in the countryside. Now it's going punt strat here. Too long of field goal for Garrow. 4th and 15. It's punt strat. Put it in the hands of your defense. Great decision from DPS. Only a minute. If you didn't get it, you got a touchback though. That's kind of tough. But it was better than getting blocked. That's for damn sure. Or better than getting your punter stuffed. Got to go 80 yards in 151. DPS or Aeneas has taken DPS to the brink in both games this season. Going to Boozer. Juke. Okay. 3rd and 11. Cardinals hanging in there. They really needed some kind of miracle. See what they can come up with. Joe Namath is the guy that can deliver it, though. Strat. Beauchamp strat. Okay, the running back does a good job. Picks up the blocker, but no. Oh, shakes him loose. And he goes to Essex Johnson deep. Oh my goodness. Crazy, crazy stuff. 4th and 11. Namath is playing his absolute mind off, but then he just airmailed the shit out of that one. 52 seconds to go. They gotta have it. This is it. This is the game. Namath in the spot. It's a play pick debacle. And he lets it rip. Oh, he had the jumper, but DPS steps in front of it. Namath to Maynard. Too much defense. DPS just a little bit too good. Cardinals with an absolute stellar effort in a tough matchup on the road. They can't get it done though, unless there's a fumble right here. Something tells me DPS ain't gonna let that happen. He's gonna figure out a way not to fumble this one. He's going to the pass here, which is interesting. Goes out of bounds. And wow, had to eke it out. Aeneas is gonna be kicking himself about the punt, but for the most part, he put a pretty solid effort out there. Namath was carving a little bit versus his defense, and we have an unverified Aeneas. Let's get this squared away. All right. Green Bay at home. Just a hot team. Wasn't looking like it was going to be an amazing season for the Packers early on. James Brooks usually kind of in the middle of the pack. But then just kind of got hot. Surged all the way to the 3 seed. Meanwhile, the Rams, I don't know, they've just had a little bit less debacles than usual for them. There's always some sort of Nelson throwing around all the shit on the table, talking about how he screwed up the game, did something dumb. Just hasn't been a lot of that this year. Vibe's pretty good for the Rams overall. They got a tough team. They got, well, let's see. They got quarterback Bob Berry throwing it to Harold Jackson, who's an elite wide receiver. They got a defense that's led by Dave Grayson, Kenny Graham at safety. Jethro Pugh is an absolute brick house in the middle of the defense. Defensively, for the Packers, they also have some large defensive linemen in the mix. Bob Lilly and Deacon Jones, impact players. John Zook, a rookie defensive end that can do some things. The rest of the defense is pretty solid. Eddie Meador, the veteran free safety, is a key factor for the Packers. And offensively, they're led by quarterback John Brody. Warren McVay has had a very nice season running the ball. And Ben Hawkins is the stud target. But Bobby Joe Conrad came up big in the last game versus Cleveland. So he's got some guys that can do some things on offense. Meanwhile, Alvin Reed is another guy you got to watch out for the tight end for the Rams. And Larry Brown, rookie running back, very good. So pretty even matchup. This is probably about the toughest game you could ever try to predict what happens in this one. I'm going to kill B.J. Thomas. We're going to get into it. This is the last game of round 2. After this, we will set up the semifinal. Get excited. TAD 69 coming to a close. And the kick is away. Travis Williams, a stellar kick returner. Gonna cut to the outside. A real-life Green Bay Packer gets taken down at the 7. And this offense also features Cannonball Butler and Frank Pitts. And Brown is up the middle, and he's got the taps, but Green Bay's got drone help from the likes of Bob Lilly, probably. Johns didn't mention Jim Lynch, pretty studly linebacker going up top, and these guys are really been shutting down that play a lot lately. James Brooks has been zagging with that play, throwing it to the tight end a lot. It's been semi-effective. Now Barry's under big trouble. John Zook gets credit for the sack, but there was a host of Packers in the mix there. There was options, but the heat was extremely hot. Bob Berry goes down in a heat. 3rd and 22. Packers, not really sure what to do here. What's the strat? No strat. Going with Eddie Meador. And, that guy just took out everybody. But great patience from James Brooks. He says, 4th and 22, I'm not going to get involved and have Nelson tap me into oblivion. I'm going to just chill back here. Somebody's going to come through for me. But man, that freaking guy, I call him the slide tackler guy. He's actually the chop block guy. He just took out like 3 guys. That was almost a total debacle for the Packers. But great job from James Brooks. He gets the ball. And he's got a running game that's very difficult to stop. Warren McVay going one way. Fran Lynch going the other way. Look at that. Jukes out Grayson. He's got big yardage here. And the passing game is pretty steady with John Brody at the command. Gary Wood was Shakey's Pizza the couple times he got in the game. We have penetration up the gut. And Jethro Pugh, impact player on the defensive line for the Rams. He just gobbles up the dive play. Going to the outside, McVay. There's Pugh giving chase. Grayson gets the snuff. It's 3rd and 8. This game's shaping out to be a bit of a defensive struggle. Let's see what happens. The pitch, 3rd and 8. And good defense from Nelson. Once again, not going crazy trying to get involved and get screwed by blockers and whatnot. He says, I got a little bit of space here. And then the kid, James, is going to go for it. It's 4th and 3. He's going to the gun. Andy Russell in the spot. Jethro Pugh coming in high. I think he's got the top guy wide open. Yes, he does. It's a touchdown on 4th and 3. John Brody evades the rush. Andy Russell was nowhere to be found. He was lurking in the middle of the field. And Brody just puts it on the receiver, Ben Hawkins, who's a very nimble, 56 max speed. Not a guy you want to lose track of. Big touchdown there. Packers looking to set up a possible rematch here with the Eagles. They share a training camp in outskirts of Portland, Oregon. And you see these guys scrimmage against each other a lot. The Packers and the Eagles scrimmage against each other a lot in the preseason. Be interesting to see if they could match up in the semifinal. Long way to go before we get to that point. Rams with the football. Larry Brown has a first down. Bob Berry drip back. Look at the penetration. He's got Reed. Oh, he gets it into Jackson. Berry squeezes it in there. And that's the end of the first quarter. Eddie Medor was holding it down, but somehow just not able to get in the mix. Couldn't open file. Hate to see it. All right, here we go. Travis Williams is good. Defensively, not much to tell you about here for the Packers. Penetration from Deacon Jones. These guys are really coming up big. You better get back on Jackson, son. Medor was creeping. He was creeping. He's up top for Jackson. He's going to scamper into the end zone. So another wide open touchdown. These quarterbacks are taking advantage of some mishaps in the secondary. And another big strike. Rams answer the Packers opening move with a move of their own. Bruce Gossett unleashes the big kick into the end zone, and Jones is back there. That's Dave Jones. Davy Jones in the mix. Kind of forgot he existed. Grayson's in bad. That kind of hurts. Graham is in good. Davidson in good. Offensively, Ben Hawkins is in good. Bobby Joe Conrad is in good. Packers could be looking to go to the air here. Fran Lynch, though, gets the call, and he's got big yardage here. Just weaving his way through the defense, but then he puts it on the deck. Rams are all over it. Man, that was a nice run from Fran Lynch. He was doing a nice little job weaving through the defense right there. Puts it on the deck, and the Rams are all over it. Here comes penetration. Larry Brown, can he get loose? He does. He gets loose, and he gets loose again. And the Packers, they just can't catch him, fam. They just can't catch him. The drones were all over it, but they couldn't quite make the play that was necessary. And Brown, just determination, takes it in. Touchdown, Rams. And this game is turned big time. Packers down 7, but they got some receivers that are feeling it. Yeah, that was a wild run. It was, onside kick, disaster. But he almost went right back to him. McVay looking to find him some space, but the Rams get the tackle. All right, 2:02 to go here. Brody in the spot. Could really use a big couple plays here. Not easy to score in this Rams defense, but he does have some guys that are feeling it. So I'm wondering if he'll try a hoist here. Bobby Joe Conrad. Oh, it's rejected. That was a good look. Conrad's in good condition. He was a CC monster versus the Browns in round 1. Shotgun. Trying to buy some time and maybe try to find Hawkins on a streaker here. Oh, decent look. It's overthrown, though. Good job by Brody. Super Bowl MVP, huh? Here we go, McVay. Oh, that guy. Another fumble disaster. Lots of Rams in the mix. It's recovered by Tom Russell. Oh, no. The Packers getting hit by a bout of fumbleitis here. And now let's see if the Packers D can step up. This pass is on the money on a play pick. It's got Jackson. 30 seconds to go, and the Rams have a field goal look here if they want it for Bruce Gossett. Barry in the spot. He's going up top, but met a great defense from James Brooks. Got to protect against that. Jackson catches that one. He might take it. 17 seconds to go. Bob Berry kind of feeling himself right now. throwing a lot of passes on the money. This one, he's just going to usher himself out of bounds. Make sure we get the field goal for Gossett. This is a big play right here. John Zook could come in hot. He's got great speed. He's got this lined up. Is it going to be? It is. It's good. 17-7 Rams. And just like that, a couple fumbles. Rams take control of this one here. 17-7. Trying to get 3 guys from the Central in the semifinals. If James doesn't get the win here, and it's looking dire, then it's going to be only Pete that represents the Coastal Division. Halftime in Green Bay. It's a very cold day here. There was a pregame ceremony that commemorated great Packers receiver Tommy McDonald, who retired. They're gonna put his number up next year during a regular season game. But he was out here before the game shaking hands, and there was a nice ceremony before the game, or at halftime here. 17-7 Rams. Brody needs to get in the mix here. He's got Ben Hawkins in good. He's got guys in his face. He steps back in the end zone. Hawkins, one-on-one, can't get the catch. That was a good look. Davidson is an excellent. That's a problem. Davidson getting manned up here. He's got some options here. He's going to go underneath. Good decision there. Keep the chains moving. McVay has been a nice factor for the Packers all season, but him and Fran Lynch both have a fumble in this game. Going back to the gun. Brody might be looking to hoist here. Nope, he's going to go underneath. He's going to stay on time. Stay in the pocket here and just keep the chains moving. Still plenty of time for this. Don't need to go hoist mode just yet. Grayson is an elite free safety. He's in bad condition. Might be wise not to mess with him too much. Kenny Graham is in good condition. The cracker. 56 interception. I doubt anybody called him the cracker. Oh no, and another drop. The hands are just all greased up for the Packers today. These guys aren't really great receivers, but that's just a debacle. A good decision. Davidson blowing up this play, and it's taps all day for Nelson. Davidson just crushed that whole scene right there. The blocking scheme just got murdered. Ben Davidson at 81 hitting power right now. Absolute monster. Now it's 4th and 5. We're going back to the running game. Not giving up on the running game, and he's got a nice little juke, and the measurement is going to be big. Oh no! Oh no! They didn't give it to him. It was close, I'm telling you. That was so close. That was a legit, that was like an actual, well, that was what it was right there. That's how short it was. Okay, Rams got the ball back. Now it's Packers in dire straits. Defense is going to need to come up massive. But guess what? Brown is out here juking fools. He's in bad condition. That's Butler, actually. He took out Brown and put in Butler. Let's update this so we know who's in the game. Yeah, put in Travis Williams, who's in good also. Might try Jackson here. No, he goes underneath. Williams was open, but it's rejected. 3rd and 1. Lynch, mob. This is going to be easy. First down for Cannonball Butler. Will be more, though. Fumble! There's a ton of Packers in the mix. Nehemiah Wilson, the Packers D, responds in a big way. Packers not done yet. Down 10 points. 1:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. Travis Williams finally getting it. Or was that Cannonball? The Cannonball. Debacle. All right. Brody needs to come up with something big, I think. I don't know if it's hoist mode time yet, but going to Tucker. And he got him. Graham with the takedown at the 21-yard line. Big play. Just what the doctor ordered. Wendell Tucker's had some plays this year. Oh, he does not try Hawkins. I'm telling you, he's concerned. He's playing it conservative. He's down 10, but you know, he doesn't really necessarily want to be testing Dave Grayson. Now it's a play pick. DeBach goes for Tucker, and he squeezes it in there. That would have been a hell of a play. 3rd and 5. Packers don't need to get the first down here, but man, Don't really want to settle for field goal now. He's got Conrad. Oh, he's going to try to squeeze it in. He does. He gets it to Hawkins. First down. Green Bay just matriculating out here. 9 seconds to go in the third. First and goal from the 9. Rhodes. Maybe could try the tight end here. No, he's not feeling it. That was not. It would not have been good to try the tight end, just for the record. Would have been a disaster. All right. Second. Here we go. Here we go. Woody Campbell is in good, but he did not rest him. Okay. The offense doesn't look exactly loaded right now. It's a big average fest. Some offensive linemen are bad. That hurts. Ben Davison an excellent. Brody is going to have to come up with something. He's going to go for McVay, but Graham is there. Oh, he had all kinds of options. But he throws it to McVay. I think he tried to go arrow trick or something there. An absolute debacle. I'm telling you, there were some other options in the mix. Now the Rams have a 10-point lead with 4 minutes and change to go. Rhodes. Gritty performance to get to that point. But, yeah, the wheels are now coming off here for Green Bay. Got to come up with some kind of stop or else it's a wrap, son. All he needed was a field goal there. Did not really need to force it into McVay. Brody with the impressive drive that ends tragically. Oh, and then just squeezing into Jackson over and over again. Somehow no taps for Nelson there, which is good news for James. That could have been a touchdown otherwise. First down though. Probably not enough time to be withstanding too many more of those. Play pick though, that's helpful towards the cause. Here comes Butler. The Butler did it. Butler keeps his hands on the rock. 3rd and 5. Big play here. Barry dropping back. And he's just going to scramble it. Makes it happen. He's in good condition. He's got a little bit of speed right now. Rams coming up big. A lot of condition love. And they're just milking this clock with this drive. Running it up the middle, getting tackled inbounds. That is a good recipe for success. Here comes Lilly, though. Total carnage from Bob Lilly, who's just an absolute menace at the defensive tackle position. 3rd and 14. Gonna try timing one more time, and once again, James covers it perfectly, but that time, the RNG goes to the Rams, and that is probably the death nail right there. Get the stop there. It's really not over. But that's just tough. Tough scenes for the Pack. He had a great season. Played good in this one. Didn't quite get the breaks he needed. Rams going to move on. Rams had a little bit of... I've just kind of been saying that. I've been saying the whole year that the Rams had a little something. They had a little something that I thought was interesting. And now they got themselves in the semifinals and a date with Pete and the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's going to be Rams at Eagles, one half of the bracket. Dolphins at Falcons, the other half of the bracket. 3 usual suspects and 1 semi-spoiler that we all know about, which is Nelson. So I guess the people will be cheering for Nelson. People were ready to embrace James Brooks and the Packers, I think. But instead, the Rams with the beatdown here in Green Bay. And we'll see what they can do. Like I said, I think they got a nice recipe for success. Is it going to be enough to knock out the elites of the elite? I don't know. But he's going to get his chance. And Bob Berry to Harold Jackson gives him at least somewhat of a chance no matter what happens. Travis not able to watch his team's final game of the season. John Brody's final pass will be to Bobby Joe Conrad, who had a dope performance against the Browns. He gets one more catch, and Gets to add one more big play to his illustrious Tad career. The tail of the tape indicates it was a pretty close game, but the turnover factor was the key. Good season for James, possibly his best in Tad. And give you guys a little more BJ Thomas here as we close out tonight's broadcast. Tad playoffs roll on. We got three games next week. We got in the semifinals. One semifinal is going to be Miami at Atlanta. The other one is Los Angeles Rams at Philadelphia. Then we have the next 8 final, which is the Jets at Baltimore. And this state was already loaded. All right. Tomorrow is my birthday, but I'll be around hanging out. I'm going to probably set this whole thing up tomorrow. It's not going to take that long. There's not that many teams involved. But we'll do the banged up roll sometime around noonish tomorrow or something or whenever is clever. And then we'll do what we need to do to set up the ROM. And you guys can have at it tomorrow if you guys are ready. Yeah. The season rolls on. I still got a lot of work to do to get the season set up for 1970. Things are moving pretty quickly here overall in this playoff. Usually there's someone shallies his way, shallies it up a little bit more than what we've seen, but everybody's getting their games in. Things are moving. 69 playoffs, banging them out, and the quest for the Tad Bowl 10 continues. 4 teams remain: Rams, Eagles, Dolphins, Falcons. Who's it gonna be? Should be very exciting to find out. Hopefully I get some NSVs, or we can just let Thule stream it. Just let any of y'all stream it is all good. But I'd love some NSVs. I'd love some NSVs. It's all good though. That's all I got for you tonight. Thanks for watching. BJ Thomas, sing us out, big dog.
If you ever leave